Hi there, everyone. This is Gregan again with Snapshots. This is episode number 3, and it is a replay. This is not a live recording. This is going to be a specific recording I've made because I had technical problems with my last episode number 3 where there was no sound. And unfortunately, I had a very, very busy last minute shoot yesterday, and I couldn't record Snapshots yesterday again. So I've decided to do it this morning and put it up as a replay of number 3 where we were missing the volume. So, welcome and sorry about those. So this snapshot is all about shooting headshots that suit your character. Now, why do I say that? Why is it important? Well, it's important because if you think about it and look in the mirror, and this is actually quite important as an actor, I think, to look in the mirror and have a look realistically at the kind of characters you're likely to play. For instance, if I were to look in the mirror, am I liable to play a young, handsome lead? No. Am I liable to play the romantic lead? No, I don't think so. Am I liable to play possibly a doctor, a consultant, for instance, a consultant psychiatrist? Or maybe, am I going to play a tough guy? Or, that was my tough guy look back there. Am I, liable to play somebody who's kind of soft and, not necessarily weak, but soft and sensitive? Probably not. And so accepting the kind of roles you're liable to play is a really big step forward in understanding your castability. And once you understand your castability, it makes it so much easier to shoot headshots that suit the kind of roles you're liable to play. And also, when you're applying for roles, it means that you apply for roles that suit your characters, but also you have headshots that actually suit those roles. So this first one, this is a friend of mine, Peter, photographed him for many, many years, very versatile actor. When we look at this picture, what do we see? Well, instantly we see a nice guy, nice friendly guy, older father, young granddad kind of thing, happy, friendly and confident. But what we do is we look at him and we think he's a nice guy. If he was applying if there was a role came up where the casting director also somebody who's tough and sinister, a little bit edgy, this picture wouldn't suit the kind of character at all. And I would imagine that the casting director would have to work really rather hard to see this nice, warm, friendly, affable guy as a tough guy. However, if he sent in this picture for that very same role, then he's much more likely to suit and fit initially and on first impressions. And we know how important first impressions are. So initially, on first impressions, he would suit the casting and the character the casting director has in mind. But if you send in this guy, not as easy. And vice versa. You can't send in this picture here for this kind of role, nice, warm, friendly guy, because this guy here, he doesn't look nice and warm and friendly. Okay, let's have a check out this one. This is a completely different kind of picture, but it's a very, very definite look and has a very definite message. Now, in future snapshots, I'll be talking about understanding the message in your headshot settings. It's really important to understand that. But you can see this girl, it's a very definite look. It's kind of quite strong, connecting strong with the camera. She's got emotion in her eyes. Even though her eyes are quite dark, we don't see that much of them. We can see there's emotion and intention, and we can see personality. It's quite a sultry kind of picture. So you don't imagine this woman in this photograph here playing the cute, cuddly girl next door. I know she can, and I know she could, but from this picture she couldn't. So, but she understands her castability, and as well as understanding her castability, she knows that by sending in a photograph like this to the right casting, she has a much better chance of getting called in for audition. Okay, so let's look down at something else now. Really nice, warm, friendly, middle-aged guy, very similar to this one here we saw earlier on. But you see, he's just a nice, friendly guy. You wouldn't, in any circumstances from this photograph, consider him to be a tough guy. Well, I don't think he would have. So let's take a look now at this next one. Catherine. Once again, a very strong, definite image. And with this image, she's creating a character that she can act, but also gives her a very definite look compared to this one, where she looks a little more edgy, a little bit vulnerable, a little questioning. And it's a different character to this one, where she's a little more thoughtful, a little more intense. She looks, I mean, she's quite young, so she looks quite young in this photograph. Still looks young and fresh in this one, a bit more thoughtful, a little bit warmer as well. But if we look at all three of her photographs, and this is what you should be aiming to get out of each and every headshot session, something like 2, 3 or 4 different characters. And if you do your preparation before you shoot correctly, then you get a much better chance of getting a better headshot shoot. Now, my next session on Monday will be talking about pre-shoot preparation and the things you can do to make your headshot go smoothly and get the very best results from it you can. Now, there's lots of things you can do, and I'll be talking about those on Monday, so that should be quite interesting. So we've gone through these images, and we've had a look at the kind of characters these actors like to play. So what you need to do as an actor is understand your castability. Now, sometimes this can be difficult to accept. It can be tough to accept that you are no longer in a casting range of early 20s, and that you're now late 20s or early 30s. And there are lots of people who I photograph who come to me and say to me, yes, my casting range is 20 to 25. And quite clearly I look at them and I think, well, I think actually 30 to 35 is near your casting range. And so it's a delicate balance, but for an actor to accept and understand and be aware of their casting range is much better for them, and it gives them a better chance of shooting headshots that suit the characters and shoot their casting range, and therefore catching the eye of the casting director as they apply for the right castings. And hopefully, if they've got the right if they have the right CV, then they'll get called into audition. So, if you're unsure about your casting range, and sometimes it's easy to, for us, think we look younger than we do, or tougher than we do, or more handsome than we do, or whatever they could be. Ask your friends. But ask friends who are in the acting game. So if you're still taking classes, ask your teachers and your tutors. Ask your fellow actors. And ask them to be honest. Because really, honesty is better. And if you are fully aware of the kind of characters you're allowed to play, then you've got a much better chance of being selected for audition. And remember, it's at audition where you show how good an actor you are. It's not your headshot. Your headshot catches the eye of the casting director, and we know first impressions count, and they're very important. And so do those, understand your castability, make the right first impression, hopefully have a good CV and the right experience, and then get called to audition where you can wow the casting director and show them how perfect you are for the role they have in mind. Anyway, guys, that was headshots number 3. Understanding and shooting the right headshots for you. Now, next week, as I said, on Monday, I'm going to be talking about pre-shoot preparation and doing the things that can help you get the very best out of your headshot shoot. And I hope you enjoyed this video. There's plenty more information like this on my blog at nickgregan.com/blog, and also, and I'll be doing these snapshots twice a week. And if you've got something you want me to talk about in terms of headshots, drop me a message and I'll be delighted to talk about it. Because this is all about helping you guys out there understand what makes a good epic headshot, a headshot with a wow factor that'll catch the eye of the casting director, and and hopefully get you more auditions. Because without a good headshot, you're never going to get very many auditions. Thanks for watching, guys. If you'd do me a favour and like this page, Nick Gregan, Headshot Photographer, I'd really appreciate it. And see you next week on Monday. Cheers, guys, and have a great weekend. Thanks now. Bye.